This segment of Thoroughbreds Argo brought to you by Barristock, trusted by Australia's leading equestrians and backed by Kentucky Equine Research. Horses come first. Welcome back to Thoroughbreds Argo. I first laid eyes on a gorgeous, almost black colt by So You Think at the English Classic sale a few years ago when I was hosting with Jason Richardson, who also took a share in the horse when my partner Duncan Ramage bought him. Unfortunately, he proved rather slow, even though we were patient and we wanted to give him some time, but that sprint home just never fully developed. However, as a beautiful horse himself with a wonderful temperament, we were so pleased to find him a new home with Kelly Williamson, an accomplished retrainer and a lover of the thoroughbred breed. It's great to catch up with you, obviously as an ATC clerk of the course, an accomplished horsewoman, but you're very passionate about the thoroughbreds. And tell us a bit about, the work that you've been doing, sort of throughout your life, I guess, with thoroughbreds.
Yeah, well, I started running track work when I was about 14, 15 years old. That's sort of how I found a love for them. I did work experience with Gay and never actually went back to school. I just loved the thoroughbreds. So stayed riding track work, and then I sort of found a passion for them after their racing career to go on and teach them something different and myself learn with them on a career outside of racing.
At $50,000, go 5 more you like. I sell Alex, you know where. I cash him out, I sell him for 50. DGR, thank you, Duncan Ramage, bought So You Think himself.
Well, we're here having a bit of a look at Descartes, who was a horse that I bought into with Jason Richardson and a number of other people as well. And unfortunately, he was a bit slow. So he was a beautiful big yearling, sold at the English Classic sale, and Duncan Ramage, my partner, bought him. So he's a beautiful mover. But he just didn't really develop in his hindquarters, and he's lazy from what you're saying as well. But he has a great temperament, but we really tried to find the right person, which is you, to be taking him on. Because some people obviously, and you would have seen it, they want a horse, but they may not have the necessary skills to bring that horse on. He's only 4. How have you found him, and why do you think it's sort of a good fit with you?
Yeah, he is very immature mentally and physically. For a 4-year-old, but he's very kind and naturally talented. But it's just really important to take my time with him. I sort of take him everywhere and anywhere to get him used to surroundings and everything to make it a little bit easier for him. We do lots of hill work to strengthen his body, lots of long and low to strengthen his top line. Yeah, just taking my time with him.
Obviously, first time out, I saw you at Camden Show, and he was amazing because he just was like, oh my God, what is this? It was just, and you were so great, just sticking on him, just not phased at all. And then the next time you went to Camden, I saw a video of him doing dressage, the most beautiful dressage test. He's rounded, he's doing what you want. It's a fast transition, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. As I say, he was really naturally talented, even though he's probably mentally not that forward. He's naturally picked it up really quickly and goes around beautiful. It hasn't taken me too much to sort of teach him. He sort of naturally picked it up pretty good. But yeah, I think it's just important to, when you have the bad times as well, just to sit through it and not panic and know that it's going to come good at some point if you just keep putting the work in.
Yeah, and so at the moment you're doing dressage, but again, more advice from you with your experience. Some people might just instantly start jumping him, but he's a big raw bone sort of horse, isn't he? Yeah. What's your progression plan for him? As I said, only a 4-year-old now.
Yeah, I sort of take each horse differently. Some of them are ready to come off and go jumping straight away. They just have that brain for it. And others, like Descartes, is probably not ready to go jumping straight away. So I've sort of set myself a plan to do a solid 12 months to 2 years of flat work, have all his dressage down pat, and be completely level-headed at a competition before I'm going to introduce any jumping for him.
So again, I guess the advice is, for people taking them on, that may not have ridden for a while or, not be as experienced, to be asking, whether it be someone such as yourself or just asking people that are experienced with thoroughbreds about what they should be doing, and obviously getting coaching too.
Of course, yeah, I still go for lessons. I try and have a lesson once a week, and I probably will for a long time yet. And lots of people will have different tricks as well and ways to go about things with different horses that can offer you some more advice on how to do it as well.
Ruling Dynasty charges up the far side, and Ruling Dynasty takes out the Tattersalls Club Cup.
And you saw Descartes at track work, and a similar story with Ruling Dynasty. Now, he was a magnificent horse, bred and raced by Gory Stud and then other partners as well through the latter part of his career. But tell us about him. We have beautiful vision of him at Equimillion last year. What's he doing and how's he coming along?
He will be doing Equimillions again this year. He's my main horse that I go eventing on, and he's just a beautiful horse. He's one that I could take straight off the track and jumping. He's just had a brain for everything and anything from the moment he's come off the track.
And do you stay in touch? Do you have some owners? I mean, obviously we love Descartes still, but do you have owners in Ruling Dynasty or people that, you know, when you put something on social media that either worked with him when he was in the stables or still like to keep in touch with what he's doing?
Definitely, yeah. So the last syndication that owned him was a syndication of 10, and they followed him all the way through and watched him at Equimillions and will message me and say great to see how well he's going and everything. And same with a lot of strappers. He was a bit of a favourite in the stables, and there's a lot of people that loved him. So yeah, he's got a little following.
And then Equimillion. So you're going to looking to take Descartes there as a new star horse, and obviously Ruling Dynasty again. How do you see how that event has sort of worked for people? Because it seems like a lot of people are targeting it.
Definitely, yeah. It's amazing to have a bit of prize money to go and have a go at, and even just I love the part that it's thoroughbreds against thoroughbreds and not having to compete against warm bloods, because it's no secret that they do a bit better dressage than us. So it's brilliant just to have a huge group of thoroughbreds there. It's fun as well. It's brilliant, yeah. Something to work forward to.
The rehoming, issue is a big one for the industry. How do you see it? Obviously, you're very much the racing side, but also the equestrian side. What more can you see that would be valuable to do to be able to trace more of these horses and ensure they wind up in good homes?
I think a big thing that would encourage people to take horses on off the track is owners being really supportive of still once they've taken the horse on, of helping them out along the way, whether it be a little bit of financial or just, hey, look, if the horse doesn't work out for you, we can help you out. You've got something to fall back on, because it's such a huge pressure taking on a horse that you don't know whether it's going to work out for you or not. I think a lot more people would be more encouraged to do it with a bit of support behind them.
And I think it's also a lot of racing people probably don't realise what it takes, or owners don't know what it takes to look after even just one horse.
Yeah.
And I know because I got 4 or 5 of them that I'm
Yeah.
still paying for as retirees. But it takes an awful lot of time and money to look after one horse.
Yeah, financially to keep a horse somewhere is so expensive, then feed, vet bills, plus your time and effort to put into a horse to educate it to a level where it can find a new home. It's a costly experience, so yeah.
But they're so worth it, aren't they? I mean, we call it Thoroughbreds are go because we're talking about how they get up and go. They've got this great sort of will to do what you want them to do. And even with Descartes, you can see so quickly he's rounding his neck, he's listening to you. They really want to please, don't they?
Definitely. I would never have anything other than a thoroughbred. They're just the most willing breed ever. They love it. They're workhorses. They want to go out and compete. They love cross country. They're good at everything. So yeah, really willing animals.
Well, I know as an owner and having bred horses that going and seeing them, that they're competing. I have a little 10-year-old gelding Amber, who used to ride him in track work, she's now show jumping with him, and another girl, Lisa's riding him. And the joy you get as an owner is amazing. But the joy I guess you get with these horses on the ground, but then also watching the first steps, they're sometimes the greatest, aren't they?
Definitely, yeah. My favourite part is the early stages and when it's all starting to fall together for them, and their first competition and the first time, they just sort of like, oh, I've got this, like they know what they're doing and they're comfortable doing it.
And it's so great having Descartes with you, and I know the other owners are going to be watching on and really looking forward to seeing you get to his first Equimillion too.
Yes, can't wait. It's going to be brilliant.